Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to the Unfiltered Podcast, a podcast where we talk about all things gaming with no stress, no blocks, and most importantly, no fucks given. At least we try to, at least. Today we have three very special individuals, as you can see on the screen right now. And our main topic is going to be the League of Legends C server expansion. On the left side, you can see Rimnas, also known as Water Bottle, and a bunch of other different names in all the league platforms in the world. And in the middle, we can see Mezawan, a recurring guest of the podcast. Last time he was here, he talked to us about Overwatch 2 and what it could be, and his words are proving true to a certain extent right now. So we can generally get his predictions to actually mean something. The bugger knows his shit, right? And third, on the right side, we can see real life anime character Mirai. Uh, we have a past playing Overwatch together, and now he has joined the foray when it comes to League of Legends, and he has faced some unique challenges due to his geographical location. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. So, anyways, guys, hi. Thanks for being here.
Yo.
Hello.
Beautiful. Alright. So before we begin, talking about the nitty-gritty of things, I thought it would be nice to kind of, like Rimna suggested a while back. Okay, who are we kidding? It would be nice to actually hear everybody's League of Legends origin story. So, since you are the one who suggested it, Rimnas, we would love to hear your origin story first. What made you be a part of this cesspool of cancer that is the League of Legends community?
So short answer, you. You are the reason that I'm playing League of Legends for like 3 years. Because you gave the game to me and you told me it would be fun. You promised it would be fun like 3 years ago. I actually wanted CSGO from you, and you were like, "Oh, there's a game. It's called League of Legends. It'll be fun, you know." And yeah, and I came home, and you made me play Warwick. You said it would be fun, and I started playing Warwick.
Was it not fun?
I mean, it was fun for like the first year, and then it kind of got like an addiction. You can't stop, but it's not fun anymore. Yeah.
Don't worry. This is what League of Legends is all about. It's a love-hate relationship, right?
Yeah. So it's like been 3 years. My account is like level 450 or something. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't play rank. That's the thing. Like, it's just novels.
I
Sometimes
mean,
it's fun. Yeah.
that's a healthy relationship. I'll tell you that much. That is one healthy relationship. Meza, what about your origin story, man?
If I'm not wrong, I think League was my first multiplayer game, and okay, it's gonna sound hella depressing, but
Okay.
so literally that's the first time I figured out like what a multiplayer game was, and it was just basically me playing by myself, because all the other guys I played with usually didn't play multiplayer games. So it was back in 2015. I made an account in, I think, North America, and I played for a bunch. I played for 2 years, basically 2015 and 2016, and then it became pretty boring because it was just me playing. Like, solo queuing in League sucks ass, right? Like, that's the whole thing behind it. So, and I didn't play ranked; it was just norms. And back in the day, there's a level 30 cap, so I don't know how many hours I played. But then after 2016, I stopped because fuck League. And then for I think 4 years, I was mainly playing Overwatch and then Rainbow Six Siege. And then afterwards, since the FPS market was pretty much like dead to a certain extent, I got back in League, and I pretty much like made a pyramid scheme to get more people into League, and I guess that I've taken at least around 10.
That's our sensei.
Yes. The Meza School of League of Legends.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't charge anyone $350, if you get that reference. You only have to sell your soul to me, but that's whatever. Right, so yeah, that's about it. And nowadays, I just keep playing League because a lot of people play League, and it's free to play as well, right? So yeah, that's the main thing.
Alright, now Mirai, we partially heard your origin story, but why don't we hear it from the horse's mouth? Let's go.
Yeah, so initially when I started playing League, that was somewhere I think in 2012 or so, end of 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was also one of my first few MOBAs. Actually, I think it was my first MOBA ever. And then
Damn.
after I got into League, I played it for like 3-4 months straight, and I was a complete noob at it, right? And I started playing Dota after that, and Dota was my main game for a very long time. Yes, I did try to go competitive a couple of times. I was horrible at it, and a couple of my friends, a couple of my school friends, they were all getting into Dota. You know, we're pretty newbies, right? Like all of us were noobs the game. And then yeah, I made Dota my whole, like main
Personality?
competitive game. Yeah, and then that's when I actually a few years later, actually not a few years, rather a shit ton of years later, um, I started playing League again with Meza and them. And this is because of one of my friends, Kevin. He dragged me into this server with Meza and them, and then heck, I realized these guys, some of the people, like Manu, for example, you were there in the server. I had no idea, and
I had no idea you were there either until you
yeah,
just
there were
randomly popped
so
on
many
voice one day.
people that I used to play like Overwatch. Like it was really weird because like two worlds like kind of synced for me. Like I used to play Overwatch for a while as well, but Overwatch 1 got pretty stale. And
It
then
died.
it died. I guess you could say that. Yeah, it did. Certainly did. That's why they need to do, revive Overwatch 1 as Overwatch 2, even though it's 1.2.
Okay. Oh no.
But still, right? Like I met a lot of new people, and I started getting into League after that, and started to play more League, and here I am.
Here you are, and we love to have you. The beauty of it all of this, I think I was screenshotting to you guys. I just googled Aurelian Sol for a reason. I don't think many people know this, but my first entry point to League wasn't Rainy. Rainy is a Malaysian friend for those who don't know. My first entry point to League was during some, the lonely periods of my life. I was around 16, right? 2016, I was around 16 years old. I saw those ads, the pop-up ads that you see when you go into weird fucking websites, free games are coming out there, and you see like League of Legends, play now, and they all have like these weird guys holding swords and all that. So I clicked on that, made an account, downloaded the thing at 64 kilobytes per second. I don't know how I had the perseverance to do that, and played it for a bit. Like I played it for quite a bit. Like I hated every second of it because I had no idea what I was doing. All I remember was playing Ash and Misfortune, and I think my deep hatred for the ADC role that stems to this day is because of my like whole 3 months of just playing ADC and losing for 3 months straight at the age of 16. That's exactly why I don't touch bot lane anymore. But that's actually when I first got into League. Played 3 months, and there was like an on and off relationship till then. And when I met the guys that I predominantly play with nowadays, like Rim, Meza, you guys, right? In general, it's like one of the faces. I've been playing on and off for a while now, and like I seriously got back into playing when like Rainy and me and Danny and everybody jumped into League together. Otherwise, it would have still been an on and off journey for me. So we have our League origin stories kind of covered. Now, actually, no. Before we even jump into nitty gritty, I want the world to know, Misa, what's your champion, like the main that you would consider to be?
Yeah, I mean, it's technically Viego, but I like playing Jin.
Your
Yeah.
main role you would consider is ADC.
This is the thing, right? I've never gotten a chance to play ADC because every time I got people into League, they didn't want to play jungle, so I had to become a jungle even though I don't want to play jungle.
Oh,
But
my curse. Okay.
Yes, yeah. So, but regardless, yeah, I think I would consider myself an ADC player more than anything.
Alright, Rimnas, what about you?
Yeah, from the first time I played Warwick in the jungle, and I mained him for a while, about 150k points, and then Talon for like 250k points. Yeah, I switched to mid lane, yeah, and then I came back to jungle, and I have like 300k points, and I've been now. I main jungle, and my main is like Evelyn.
Okay, Mirai, what
Yeah.
about you during your short span, like of like your like time in league, like recently?
Um, well, thing is, for me, I'm a bit of a special case. I play League on 300 ms.
Okay.
So I live in Australia, and then all my friends are in SC Asia, and they play on EU West. So my ping is usually anything above 310.
Jesus.
It's never below that, right? So
Hmm.
I'm stuck playing support most of the time, and the only jungler I can play is Master Yi, just because he's that easy to play, right?
Okay. All right.
It's just yeah. Um,
So-
but then yeah. So as for me, I play support, and I like Lux a lot. I do find Lux's abilities are pretty easy to hit at 300. It's not that hard, even though yeah, they're like she has like 3 skill shots, but still pretty easy to hit.
you do realize you unwillingly shut on both Lux and Master E in those statements, right?
Yes. I mean the thing is, at my elo, I'm not that good of a league player myself. I'm
Ah, that's
pretty
what you
shit,
say.
right? So
That's what you say.
no, no,
It's,
no. I'm being honest, right? So that's why, like, perhaps I could the way I started League was like I used to play Dota, and I was a pretty decent Dota player, I'd say.
Mhm.
And moving to League, playing at 300 ms was kind of it was something new for me, right? Definitely out of
You
the ordinary, where I would have like because I used to play on the oceanic servers, right? So
Mhm.
OCE get like 20-30 ms on Dota, and then switch to a game that has 300 ms. It was pretty hard.
Dude, it's like competing in like the school track and then immediately taking part in Special Olympics. The server change for you. Alright.
Especially at my skill level, I was very new to League, and I had Meza thankfully teach me a lot about League at that
Uh,
point.
yeah.
It's,
Meza, if your school Meza School of League of Legends becomes the actual thing, this is like all the promo you would be getting, but you haven't done so yet. No?
I mean, I have people who said they would come, but they did not show up. So
Ah.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm pretty sure said people would see this.
Uh huh.
Okay. Anyways, all right. Now let's get into the nitty gritty of this. Just a few weeks or month, I can't even remember when the announcement came out. We got to hear from official Riot sources that C server. Actually, we can't even call it a C server. Let's call it a C expansion. A massive C explosion is happening when it comes to League of Legends IP, right? We're getting brand new League of Legends server, and we're getting Wild Rift officially releasing for C servers. I mean, way too fucking late in its lifespan, but it's actually finally coming. And we're getting a bunch of other nice stuff as well, right? Overall, a pretty good time. Southeast Asian League of Legends players are eating well. But before this glorious chapter in our lives, right? we we had to make do with the tools that God provided us, right? So today we're here to talk about that and what the future for Southeast Asian players are going to look like. So for everybody here, me and Rimnas have been playing. I'm pointing the finger in the wrong direction. Me and Rimnas have been playing in the Garena server for a long ass time now. A long ass time. Until I detached myself from the Garena server as my main in around 2020 or 2021. Rimnas has been permanently hard stuck in like Garena since then. So before we talk about what's about to come, let's kind of delve into what Garena has been and let's go from there. I want to cover Garena first before we cover our experiences in EUS as Sri Lankans after. So Rimnas, throughout your years in Garena, how has it been for you?
Uh, okay, so the start when I was starting, I had like you guys to play with, so I didn't feel the toxicity, and Garena has like this special toxicity, like it's a war between Indonesians and like Malaysians, and they're just in the middle, they speak a different language. You rarely find someone who speaks English. I mean, they speak English. It's like their English. They just assume you're Indonesian or something. So it's always like some racist stuff. So yeah. So when I was starting out, I had like you guys. So we were like five stacking and everything, and then people moved on, and I had to like play with like two other people. So we would like get randoms and everything. So it was like very toxic. It's still toxic, but I think we got used to it. I mean, we became toxic. Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, I think the ping is like definitely the nice thing. And skins and everything. And I'm pretty sure we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been okay.
So as a player, your experience has been okay, and you've evolved. You basically you morphed into his completely different being due to your
Yeah.
experience. But it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Now, there are a couple of things that are highlighted about Garena. Like, let's say, all laundry being pulled out. Ever since, this newfound information, this upcoming server and all of that. The first one, and the main one, which we personally got to see me indulge in as well just a few weeks back, is the casino-like state that Garena holds its events in.
Yeah.
So Rim, we would like you to elaborate on that if you would.
So even if you log into the Garena client now, like you would see these random draws, like you have to spend RP, you have a chance to get these skins. Like it's been happening since I think it's been happening even before I joined. But since I joined, I've seen like every single day when I log in, like there are events like this. They don't even guarantee you anything, but it's tempting sometimes. Like it's just there. Like when you log in, it's just on your screen. Like they are like forcing you. Like you quit a game, it's there. They don't guarantee you anything, but there are like they advertise with prestige skins and everything. Like very expensive ones, and they'll tell you that spend 10 RP, you have a chance to get this. Yeah, it's been events like that. Because we don't have Clash and everything, right? So yeah, this is the state of Garena. It's like a gacha. Yeah.
It's pretty much
We don't even play League. We just we just play mini games in that.
So actually, now I have to ask Mirai. Mirai, did you ever consider playing on Garena during your time playing League?
Not really, because playing League, I mainly played with people who played in EU West as of late. And back when I was in Sri Lanka, I used to play with, I had like 2 or 3 friends, but I think we played on NA servers and all. So yeah, it was around 220 MS normally. But that's a long time back, right? But I have also played League in the OCE servers a few times, and the experience is actually way different compared to playing at a higher ping.
I guess so. Like, wasn't NA also around 220 missile?
Yeah, it was 220.
220, right? So, do you think to Australia, the ping for Garena would have been like around the same or lower?
Perhaps it would have been lower because most of the games that do connect to SCA servers are certainly lower ping compared to anything like EU West or NA from Australia.
Alright. So, one of the nicest things about playing in Garena, out of the two nice things. Okay, overall, there are only 2 nice things about playing in Garena. Number 1 has always been the factor of ping. when it comes to the gameplay experience. Now, Meza, you have been playing. Have you played in Garena before? Let's
I
see.
have, yeah.
You have,
Yeah.
right? Meza, would you like to give us a clarification about how the experience has been, as somebody who now plays a lot of EUS and to have played Garena for a while as well? How
Yeah.
has the ping experience like been for you between Garena and US? Is there like a significant difference? Like, what's the deal?
Okay, so this is the thing, right? If I remember properly, I checked out Garena in 2016 because there was a certain period where, for some reason, the normal Riot client didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just didn't work for some reason. I don't know why. So I was forced. Yeah, I wasn't forced, but I had to play the game. Right. Okay.
The
Anyways,
addiction strikes again.
right. Okay. So basically, right, I had to do that. So I got in, and the first thing I noticed was there was a very, I don't know, I could see the lack of quality, or like, yeah, basically like compared to the main client. And more than that, there was a lot of features that were missing, as far as I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And the ping was very good because I remember we had to dial up ADSL, right? Like, you all remember that shit? Where you had to like
Yeah.
open an application, press dial up, and then it's whatever the whole thing.
Good old times.
Yeah. So the ping was around 80. It's
Hmm.
80, around 660, 80, somewhere around that side. I mean, this is the thing, right? Back in the
Okay.
day, I wasn't too good. I wasn't too good. I was like pretty shit. Right? I wasn't doing
Mhm.
that much, and for me, like I didn't notice it to the point I would affect my gameplay at that time. But I know for a fact that right now, if I were playing in Garena and I made the switch to US, I would suffer like a great deal because going from like 60 ms to constant like 150 average ms is a big jump. And so yeah, that's my main take on the ping side of it. But
Okay.
yeah.
Rimnas, what about you? You've played on US as well, right? Before?
Yeah, I sometimes I still download and play. I think there's a big difference. If you're a beginner, I don't think you would notice that. But like when you play the game, you have your own expectations, right? Like of your own gameplay. So to make those plays, I think you need to have like a low ping. If you're used to that low ping, So I don't think it's doable for me to transform into a higher ping. So yeah, that's why I prefer Garena. Like that's one of the best things. Like
This-
I get like 40 ping. So yeah.
Okay, do something.
Yeah, go for it, go ahead.
Well, I should tell this guy. I actually land insects with leasing at 180 ms. So you know what insects are, right? So does he mean-
Yeah.
Yeah. I can land those at 180 ms.
I have why? I mean, your philosophy is ping doesn't really matter much, man. To be fair. Well, in that instance, right now we've covered the ping aspect of things, right? The second thing is regional pricing, right? Now, let's be real. Regional pricing has not been kind to us, especially when it comes to Riot games. I mean, do you play Valorant by any chance?
Valo.
Yeah.
I did play Valo for a while, but I am really bad at Valo. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Do you like frequently play, or did you like just not
No,
touch it?
I used to frequently play Valo
Yeah.
quite often.
All right. So guess what? Do you guys remember how the skin prices were in Valorant?
No.
Yeah, they're pretty outrageous.
It's outrageously expensive to get like a pack of skins. Like they have like these skin packs for sale now. It'll cost you around 20k, 15k on a good day, 20k on a bad day. Like 8 days bad for just a couple of gun skins, right? Sri Lankans don't earn enough to just dump 20k on a bunch of skins and call it a day. Okay, so we were at that point for a while. But even League was somewhat like decently priced, League of Legends stuff, especially in the US angle, right? However, now with the comeuppance of the C server, there's also a little tiny bit in the FAQ part of the announcement that says they are looking into regional pricing as well, right? So that's something we can look forward to. But Garena did it first. Rim, since you paid the most time, how do you think the pricing is in Garena?
It's fine. I think I play Evelyn, right? So when the Evelyn Legendary came out, I think I paid around 2K.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think the prices are cheap. Yeah,
The prices are shaped like you would have spent
yeah,
like
sure.
5k.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. Like
Eh,
for
eh,
2K for a legendary skin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like artificial mathematics based inflation, but yes. uh, but regardless, now that those are the two good things about Garena. And the reason why I mentioned this is Riot has been having a hard time like reaching that state with C because of the existing partnership with the Garena company, right? The Garena company, aka Tencent, aka we all know the whole backstory around that, know how Tencent owns Garena. Regardless, but now that the partnership is finally over, Riot has the opportunity to like bring like League to C on their own capacity. Now, here is where I would like to hear the experiences that somebody with such a unique circumstance as Mirai has had with League when it comes to ping, right? Mirai, do
Yeah.
you believe that with the new C server coming to play, that you will generally have a better experience playing with everybody?
Fuck yeah. Of course. Because
How
I
so?
mean, I've been okay. So as I said, I used to main Lux playing with
Mm-hmm.
past few months, right? I used to
Mm-hmm.
main Lux as a support, and there are plenty of times where I can't hit a Q or dodge a Blitzcrank, fucking hook, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't dodge. I can not dodge at all. None of the skill shots are dodgeable whatsoever at 300 ms. It's very hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And playing at a lower ping, like I have experience playing on OCE servers,
Mm-hmm.
and I can plenty of times say like I could hit more of my Lux Qs and dodge other skill shots on OCE compared to playing on EU West with 300. And OCE I get like 20 ms, which is hella low.
Mm. Alright, that's the beauty of it, right? Now, you're gonna have a better experience, but at the same time, you're not like us. You're still in Aussie, or are you back in ESSA?
No, I'm still in Aussie.
You're still in Aussie, right? As somebody who is from, Australia, how is do you like generally? Because I'm not really educated in this aspect of it. So, as somebody from Australia, would you still get good ping in the CSER?
For sure, for sure. There are plenty of games that give me good ping on the CA servers.
What's your prediction?
Definitely. Okay, so right now say I get 310. I'd say somewhere around 90 to 110 max.
90 to 110.
Yeah, somewhere on that point.
All right.
Because that's the usual ping I get for any other game that is on an SCA server that I play on. So yeah,
All right.
it has to be somewhere around 90 to 110.
Mesa, what do you think our ping is gonna be like?
So this is the thing, right? The best example, the best benchmark I can take is Rainbow Six Siege, which is
Of
which
course,
runs
it's Rainbow Six
through-
Siege with you, man.
No, because that's the I played it enough on the Singapore server to know it's around 38 to like 60. So if it's fiber, you'll mostly get around 35 to 40ish.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are using 4G or ADSL or whatever, it'll be around 70, 80.
I see.
Yeah, so it should be much better. Like landing skill shots is gonna be so much easier, and people who are complaining that they miss the skill shots because of ping, they can actually land stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh no, I'm not used to the ping, guys. No, they're gonna
Mm.
start giving all these excuses. But regardless, definitely gonna be a big like change. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna have a hard time playing the game in the like first few days just to adjust to the ping because everyone's used to the delay, right? Every time you see yes, every time you land skill shots, you'll always account for the delay. Now,
Ah.
so everyone will actually start missing skill shots now because they're not used to it,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
So,
I could just envision that already.
I mean, exactly, right? Like, so ideally, I think everyone's gonna start getting used to it within a week or so. Everyone's gonna start like figuring shit out. But yeah, everyone's gonna be pretty bad in the first week, I would say.
Yeah.
Uh, Now, okay, one other thing to cover before we, get into the actual fun discussion part of this, okay? Now, this has all been questionnaires, interview style, I get that, I'm really sorry. But this next question is a must to ask. From here, I'm pretty sure Rimnas has an account that he'll gladly convert from Garena to official league account, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Would you like to give a general view to the public as to how the process works?
Mm, I'm actually not familiar with it. I just followed the links and stuff. I think I've already done it through the Riot account. I think you have to link your Garena account with the Riot account.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are instructions. I don't think. I don't remember actually.
Well, if you want to know exactly how it needs to be done, I myself did a video on it, which should
Oh
be
my
in the
god.
YouTube channel.
Okay.
If you are really curious, you can pause this and watch that and come back. Regardless, what I want to say is we're all gonna be eating good in a couple of days. Now, let's talk about the future. What we're really excited about, right? Now, a lot of people have been bloody for good reason too. A lot of people have been crying about how Sri Lankans don't really get a competitive chance because all the tournaments held in the sea region now held by Garena, and they're transphobic, homophobic, and every single phobic on the planet, and like it's weird, and they're very selective with their process as well. Now, with Riot promising to hold official tournaments in the sea server under their own banner, do you think it will affect like Sri Lanka's like scene in any sense of the word? Do you think Sri Lankan teams will have a better and easier chance to break into the international scene? I don't. There's no direction here. This is the part where we talk about our future. Everybody's invited to the ride. And Rim, as a guy who basically watches league matches on the phone everywhere he goes out, I expect something from you, man.
So are you asking about the tournaments, right? Like,
Yeah,
LCK,
Road
say,
to Worlds.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm excited to watch because I only watch like main regions. Even if we get like an server, we are gonna be like pretty bad at it still. But it's good, It's good to have like uh, our own what do you call it? Our own tournament, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited. I mostly watch LCK, LEC, like those kind of stuff.
Because that's
So,
all we had to be excited about for all this time. Maybe
yeah,
maybe that will change. Maybe that will change. Meza, what about
yeah,
you?
I
What's
hope
your
so.
take?
So I've actually thought about this to a certain degree. So overall, the biggest issue right now is a lot of the people that were veterans in
Mhm.
League of Legends. They've all kind of retired from League. First of all, like, and most of them are like really good players. Like I think diamonds, even as like like one or two masters players in Sri Lanka,
Mhm.
and almost all of them have kind of retired. And the problem is some of the other players who are in higher ranks, they're in Europe, right? So if the Singapore switch does happen, those people won't be able to compete because those are still high level players, right?
Mhm.
So it'll sort of cut off that section of people, and also people are generally tired of League, right? I mean, yes, having good ping will make a slight difference, but I don't know if it's enough to like sort of reignite their competitive spirit, like get into it and start actually grinding the game out, because it's been so long, right? Like what people have been playing since 2012 at high ping, no proper competitions, and like it's always been the same teams that always come up on top, right? So I would like to see more newer teams and all that stuff actually try to get into the competitive side of it. I don't know if Sri Lanka generally will be accepted into those competitive regions. I don't think so. But if it does get into that, then I would definitely like to see Sri Lanka being represented, but I doubt it.
If we don't get the chance, they're opening a Riot office in India. We can just go and throw toilet paper all over their building if they don't let us come in.
I mean, yeah, if it does happen, I'm right now putting out my this thing as a. You can hire me as the head coach for the Sri Lankan team.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, just for jokes, right? Who's gonna be your starting lineup?
Okay. So I would put Nishastik, but he's retired and he's a WoW player, so he's just done for, right? Like, we'll never hear from him again.
Okay.
So it's probably some two. Not even top lanes. There's a guy called RTRX.
Yeah, I think I remember RTRX. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's pretty good. And for jungle, it has to be Shy Boy. He's like the best jungler.
Yes, Shy Boy.
Mid lane, who's that guy? Hydra.
Hydra.
Yeah, Hydra. Yeah,
Oh,
Hydra's
shit.
pretty good.
Amila?
And for ADC, actually, I have no clue who the ADC players are in Sri Lanka. I don't
Bro,
know
we have Mirai,
No, Mira is gonna be assistant coach. Dude.
assistant
Oh,
coach.
yes.
Yes.
Building
Support.
up the team spirit, yes.
Exactly.
Ah.
So I have actually no knowledge about the bot laners in Sri Lanka because, unfortunately,
Oh, Rivnas, this is where you jump in. We have a bot lane.
Yeah, we have a bot lane actually. I don't think he knows then.
Denari, Meza, you know Denari, right?
of course, then I Zayavandrik.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Jinx one trick.
No, Zarya one trick. He plays.
Zaya.
Zaya.
Yeah,
He
played a lot of Zaya.
he used to play a lot of Zarya. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
around 700k, 800k points. On Jinx.
800k on Jinx. He's a massive
Oh,
Jinx.
Jinx.
Yeah.
Yeah. His Jinx is kind of legendary for us because we've seen him pull like 10 games around with it. So there's the bot lane. Who's your support?
I would, if there's no one else, I would actually sub in for support because I'm pretty confident in my support. But or else, I actually don't know the support players either. No, that's actually a good reason. If you want, I can explain it to you like in
Okay.
a quick short thing. Because the main reason is even in competitive matches in Sri Lanka, especially, there is a big emphasis on tank, like drafts focusing on tank for some reason. I don't know why. So the majority of the fights is basically built on like the jungle going tank, obviously lane's obviously going tank, and mid lane's just gonna be hyper carry or something, and ADC is just useless, right? Like they're just there to farm, and they're like actually not even there at that point because of that it's very unfortunate, but that's something I would like to see that's changed with the introduction series because I would assume they play tank because of the hyping and they can't really make plays with other drafts like more explosive drafts. So that's the main reason why I, for one, do not know any of the bot lanes that all the teams have in Sri Lanka right now. So
That makes sense. And also, right now, since we're talking about the future, we ever gonna finally see Garena players get to enjoy draft and clash? Like,
Oh my god, I don't even care about Clash. Just give me draft picks. That I have played. I have like around 4k games. I think I've lost like 2k games. Like 1k of them are because I don't know what the enemy is picking. So yeah, I'm very excited about draft pick and yeah.
yeah,
So I can finally, I can get my role. You know how in Garena you have to like load into the lobby and you have to type it. Like your role and
Top! Top!
yeah, top jungle. Like who got it first, and there's an argument. Like the toxicity just starts there.
Yeah.
So,
The
yeah.
beauty of it is you don't just type it once. You type
Yeah,
it, you
yeah,
see
you spam
somebody.
it.
Yeah, you type it, you see somebody join the lobby lane, and then you type it 10 more times, like emphasis.
Yeah,
And then you send each other the chat logs and be like, no, I said
yeah,
emphasis.
yeah. I called first. Yeah. And if you have like pre-mates, they would support you. Like even if you didn't call it first, they would be like, no, he called it first, and
Yeah.
then he just picks Yasuo and just run it with them.
Pretty much.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah, I'm very excited about
I
that.
don't know how you all played without draft because like playing against Shaco must be like hell, dude.
Oh god, yeah, it was.
Uh, I mean, yeah, it was hard, but they don't know what we are picking either. So sometimes we just have like some really good champions into them. Yeah,
Is
like it's yeah, it's a balance.
yeah.
But I would
For
rather
for example, my Garen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good thing
Uh,
too because you never get banned out. Like you can play any champion you want.
exactly. It's time.
Uh,
It's time I rep to the people what my dedication to Garen looks like. I'm
yeah,
showing them my tote bag. You see it,
yeah.
guys? Ah,
So yeah, there's
Mirza.
good and bad.
Yeah, Mirza, you'll see it when the podcast episode comes out, man.
What did I
Ah,
say?
anyways, so Mirai, now are you looking forward to getting more people from like your day-to-day life? Pull out other people into the path of League of Legends as well. So now that CSRs are coming out, are you like planning to do that, or are you just gonna just enjoy the comfort?
The thing is, most of the people I play League with are from Sri Lanka, right? So they
Mhm.
all play on EU West.
They all play on
Right.
US, but not for long.
Not for long, of course, but that's the thing. Like, all of them are obviously going to be switching to SCA servers when it's out.
Hmm.
So definitely looking forward to the lower ping on my end, and
Yeah.
also
And-
just
and-
being
and
able to
act-
support my team better.
And the beauty of it, Mirai? Unlike most of us who had to painstakingly unlock characters, the moment you switch your account to C, you'll be getting all the characters, I think, released up to 2020 for free.
Isn't that only for green accounts though?
I
I'm not
think it's for
sure.
all C accounts. It's like one of the welcome events, right? Actually, live fact checking. Live fact checking.
Yo, let's go.
Yeah. League of Legends. C servers. Champs unlocked. Let's see. Let's see.
Wait, we don't lose any champions, right?
We don't lose champs. I mean, unless you mail support and tell them please remove this champ from my account, you won't.
Okay.
There's been instance like that. Have you guys heard of the story about like some dude who only plays ARAM, right? And in ARAM you get like champs. Yeah, you get champs that you've unlocked, right?
Yeah.
So this one guy has like only a 3 champ pool, and he's like all ADCs. And one of his friends, as a prank, like unlocked Garen for him, and this dude like wrote to support saying, "Please, I don't want to play this guy. He
Garen,
makes
yeah.
me sick. Remove him from my account." And that's like the only recorded instance that I know of where somebody has asked support to remove a character
No,
from
no.
his account.
Mano, you have clearly not joined r/Draven.
Wait, really? There's more?
Yeah, dude, r/Draven. I don't know. Do you know about it? I forgot your name, dude.
Yeah,
Rimnas.
Yeah, so basically, r/Draven is
Checks.
a very yeah, it's basically that, right?
Oh no,
So
Rimnas, your camera died. But it's okay. Let's keep going.
yeah, so it's basically it's a very satire subreddit, and the main thing is they like do not tolerate femboys and female league champions, right? So whenever a guy, a summoner who's in that subreddit gets like Seraphine or something, they just contact league support and tell them to remove it. And there's an instance where they got the legendary, no, the ultimate Seraphine skin, and they actually contacted Riot support and told them to remove the skin.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Yeah. Anyways, let's take a look at what happened to Rimnas. Rimnas, are you still there?
Yeah.
Your cam
Yeah.
died. Your cam died.
Yeah, my camera died. Sorry.
Man's in Evelyn's.
Yeah. Is it, yeah. Is it gonna come back, or do I have to find the most flattering image I can find of you and put it here?
I mean, yeah, that's fine too. I think my PC is kind of crashed. I
Okay.
don't know why.
No worries,
Yeah.
no worries. Anyways, okay. Shut up.
Oh.
For your reason. Crazy.
Okay, here we are. I
Oh.
found a beautiful picture. I found a beautiful picture of Rimdas. Let's go. I'm saving that, and that's going in my private folder, dude. Holy shit!
Okay, it's a bit sure.
Nah,
Then let
nah.
me go.
Okay, you know what? This is like the first time this has happened. By the way, like my PC never crashes. Like the moment we take a video call, it just crashes.
It just ratchets. I'm gonna make it the biggest part of the video now. You had the biggest. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Rim. Perfect. Yeah, there. Anyways, but yeah, yeah, live fact check time. League of Legends welcome event. To celebrate the occasion, we will have welcome missions where completion will unlock champions as well as Koyu tokens to exchange for rewards. No journey would be complete without amazing looks. Yeah, fuck that. Treasure tokens, redeem ultimate skin permanents, random legendary skin permanents, and rare little legends with treasure tokens. Grab this chance to get that skin or little legend that you always have wanted for. And then the third one is what we actually need to care about. Unlock champions. In honor of League's original launch, players will receive all previously released champions from 2009 till 2021 for free. We ain't pulling your legs. It's definitely true. Tell all your friends about it. So Mirai, everybody, all the way up to 2021, everybody.
No, I honestly couldn't care less. I just play Lux.
Nah, dude. What is that travesty, dude?
Let's
Dude.
go.
Yeah, you had to play other stuff, man. You will. Trust me. Eventually, you're gonna be like, Lux, and then you're gonna just move on, man.
No,
No, you
that's not gonna
will.
happen.
No, that
I've
will.
gotten way too used to Lux.
You sound like somebody who gets used to like a mundane like routine, just doing that for the rest of your life. Nah, trust me, you will. Anyways, let us move on. With all of those welcome events and all of that taking place as well, I'm assuming this move to the new sea service is gonna be pretty fucking cushy for us, right? But you know the best part, Wild Rift, dude. Holy shit, Wild Rift is coming. Do you guys do you guys know how dedicated I was to get Wild Rift available for Sri Lanka? By the way,
Yeah, I've seen your Twitter. Like you comment on every Twitter post of theirs. Yeah.
I'm gonna screen share this to you guys. I'm pretty sure Rim has already seen this, right?
Yeah.
But you guys have to see the amount of dedication I showed towards Wild Rift. Fucking like these guys are like treating the amazing trailers, and they're like relive your first cinematic and share your favorite Wild Rift memory. This is my favorite Wild Rift memory. Just staring at the fucking registration. We actually like, oh god, like basically I shat on all of them like for I don't know for how long, like how fucking long. uh the list just goes on, right? But yeah, that's kind of my drive, and we're finally getting Wild Rift in Sri Lanka. I don't know if you guys actually looking forward to playing it. Like, I'll be honest, my drive kind of died. It's been a while.
Mm, I don't know. Do you want to play?
I do. I really want to. Misa, Mirai, are you guys looking forward for Wild Rift by any chance?
Not really actually, because what I do is usually from on the go, like from traveling and all. I used to play a lot of TFT here and there.
Oh shit, okay.
I used to play some TFT.
Wait, you're in Aussie. You should already have Wild Rift over there. No?
Yeah, I do, but I'd rather play League on the PC client than on mobile.
Yeah, but it apparently looks better.
It looks about the same, I'd say. It's yes, the animations, the UI is completely different. It's way more attractive and easier on the eyes compared to Riot's fucking, I don't know, 10-year-old, 12-year-old UI. How long has it been? They haven't.
In 2009, so it's been like fucking 19. Yeah, more than 10. Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, they've literally had the same thing going on forever, and
Mm,
you know, it looks way better UI. Apart from that, the game is still about the same. It's just controls are slightly different. That's it. But in game,
Rimnas is back. Let me. I feel bad. Let me put you back. Oh, I need to. Your picture has been doing God's work for all this time, huh?
Thank you.
There we are. You're back. But yeah, here's the thing. I just crushed my Wild Rift dreams there. Like my years of crying to Riot support and raging on Twitter, you just smashed into the ground. Mesa, what about you? Looking forward for Wild Rift?
I mean, yeah, dude, who does not want to play League of Legends when they're not playing League of Legends? Dude? Like, come on. Like, all right, man. Gonna go take a shit. Time to beep out the good old Wild Rift.
You read my mind. My God.
Oh,
That's
It's
what
okay.
it's-
our collective toilet time is correct. Oh, I don't want to think about it. Oh,
It's not as if a guy, when they go to the washroom, they'll come back within 5 minutes, right? Usually they'll sit on their phone watching a VTube video or something, and usually a
Yeah.
Wild Rift match will take around 10 to 15 minutes. So
Yeah.
So you can listen to this, okay? You can play a game, a match in like your PC. You wanna go to the washroom. You play a match there. You can maximize your
your league KP.
exactly.
Your APM, you're like living Diva's lifestyle. League on the toilet, league on the PC, league on the bus, the league
But,
all the time.
Yeah, but
Yeah?
generally, like, see, on a serious note, I think Wild Rift's introduction is gonna be a big thing, especially in Sri Lanka, because
Yeah.
the mobile market is like the most this is the most dominant market. It's like unfortunately in Sri Lanka, and since Mobile Legends, which is like completely dog shit. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I tried my hands on it. Okay, Mirai, Rimnas, did you guys try Mobile Legends?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I've tried once. Yeah, I did have a very good experience.
Mirai, what about you?
it felt like a ripoff of League of
Oh,
Legends.
it was, dude. Holy
It
shit.
is exactly that. I'd still say it's that.
But Mobile Legends, bang bang.
Bang bang.
Bang, bang. Dude,
Bang,
the lawsuit that happened between Riot and Moonton, right? Those guys, I think those guys' name is Moonton, was the most interesting thing I've ever seen because I read the document, right? Riot's lawyers were eating well that night because I see like they have literal pictures of look. This is League of Legends logo from 2014, and then 2 months later, this is Mobile Legends' logo, and it's practically the fucking same. Oh, in 2015, we released this champion, and 2 months later, they released the same champion but Latino. Like it's such a clusterfuck to read, right? But yeah, now we're getting an authentic mobile experience on mobile. But here's the thing. My thoughts about Wild Rift coming. I have the same concern that Rimnas had when it comes to Garena's special blend of toxicity. Rimnas, in Garena it was those two entities that you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
And with the Wild Rift player base not being that big, now when Wild Rift gets released in like Southeast Asia, you know what those two entities are gonna be?
Who?
Sri Lankans and Indians.
Yeah, oh my God. And Sri Lankans and Bangladeshis and everyone. Oh my God.
Oh my
It's
god.
gonna be. Yeah.
It's
It's gonna be a
gonna
nightmare.
I don't know if you all heard of this, but there's something called Mutol. You know,
yes.
it's a special feature that League of Legends has. I don't know if you all know about it, but
No, the beauty of it, right, is I never mute all. Purely because I want to see what the fuck they say and then I respond if I really have to. If not, I just.
Yeah.
I get way too triggered. It's better for me to keep my, mental state proper.
Of course. No, that's
Yeah, I mean, I think you grow into like mutual. Like at first, you are like replying to everyone, like you're sending back, your mom, and you know, and after like,
my mom, your grandmom,
Yeah.
like fucking weird.
yeah, and you're like at the end of the game, you're like jungle Dave, mid Dave, and everything, and
Yeah.
after like 2K games, 3K games, you just, just don't give a fuck anymore. You just mute all, and just play the game.
Actually,
Yeah.
Mirai, as a newer player, how are you hanging on? Is your mental state okay? Like, do you need to go to therapy? How has it been so far?
Bro, I played Dota.
Okay, yeah, enough said.
Oh my god. So yeah, Manu. So when I first played Dota, the first game I played, these guys spam pinging me and like calling me like racial slurs and everything. It was my first game, by the way. Like I didn't know what was going
Bro,
on.
my first game
Practical
too.
experience.
They called me things
Yeah.
that I've never heard throughout my lifetime.
Yeah.
Like,
So I
what?
don't know why he was doing that. So, like, why did he
Yeah.
do that?
And guess what? It was new player mode.
Yeah, this is the thing.
And like new player mode, very first match, I heard the most colorful words, and then I immediately deleted Dota, and now I play Dota from time to time just for the fuck of it,
I feel like we're gonna hear a lot of Asian slander. Because
Oh,
when the SCA servers out, like Potanginamo,
yeah.
all that stuff.
If Riot ever
All
decides
the
to put,
Filipinos, Indonesians are also gonna come in. They're gonna use their own because it's very famous, right? It's like a thing in Dota, right? So,
yeah,
I think
I get.
that's gonna be moved into League once the SCA
Yeah,
servers out as well.
if they add voice chat,
Oh no, don't. Please, no. Don't.
all I'm imagining is tunak tungo minang lengi yangsu. That's pretty much it.
No. I think you guys are forgetting like a major part of toxicity. Dude, I think like Sri Lankans are like way toxic than any of these people. Like when they like properly start to like come into the servers, I think we are gonna be more annoyed by them than any other any other country.
You know what? Yeah,
Sure,
Pash.
especially because you understand exactly what they're saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like they could even find your address and like they would do stuff like that. So yeah, you have to be kind of careful about that.
That is.
Because dude, I could do like coaching, but it's live. I can tell this what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
When it comes to Sri Lanka, like coaching and everything is gonna be easy. Like you can just go to his house, like you can just tap it.
For real, though.
Oh, God.
Pretty easy.
Regardless, there's a few other things that I really need us to cover, right? All in all, you guys have been playing League for quite some time now, okay?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, we haven't exactly really had a really exciting landscape for League of Legends in Sri Lanka for quite some time now. But we've been finding joy in it by playing with our friends, having a good time. And
Yeah.
look, Mirai himself is halfway across the world in another country, but we're still keeping in touch with him, having a good time with him playing this video game.
Heck, I still enjoy playing at 300 ms, my friends, right?
Exactly, right? That's the point, right? And I'm just happy that experience is enhanced right now, and there's gonna be major implications with the release of the C serve as well for the competitive side as well, which I really hope I would get to hear some. The reason why we didn't cover the competitive aspect of this C expansion is because I don't really have the best grasp on it. I don't know how exactly what these changes mean. I'm pretty sure somebody who is in that space has a better authority to cover that compared to me. Cough GLK. So hopefully they will jump on that soon and make something happen. If not, I guess we'll look into it. Regardless, all in all, it's 12:14, right? Have you guys ever thought about talking about League of Legends for over an hour?
I do it like 8 hours a day. I don't know what you mean. So.
I mean, I can go on, man. Like if you start, we can do this for like 10 hours. Like League of Legends is the only thing I can do. Like that.
Nah, do not turn into that guy. Okay, so all in all, just to finish this off, are you guys excited about the C expansion?
Definitely.
Is that?
Yeah, definitely, because my major point is people who are complaining about ping will finally shut up. Not you, Kavita. There are other people. I'll not be because I know his circumstances.
I could finally shut up.
Exactly. No, you're not saying anything.
I'm like, fuck this, dude. Like, I wish I could be better. But
No,
like,
it
I
isn't.
feel like
Not
there's
to you.
something holding me back.
No, there are actual
Oh.
people. Okay, there are actual people who keep bitching about the ping. Not this guy. But
Uh,
they'll finally shut up. You know.
Mirai,
and,
fuck him up, fuck him up, fuck him up.
Right.
No, like I'm actually happy as well.
Yeah,
Right? Like
exactly.
Mm.
for sure, because I'm excited because heck, playing at 300 ms, dude, it's pretty tough actually. I can't. It's not. I don't get the whole experience of the game. I can't play at my best. That's
Well,
not for me, and
Yeah, but the ping thing, it's only us that are playing on like 180, 200 ping, right? So the opponents are gonna be like they're still
20.
playing on they're still playing on 9. Like I remember like Rain used to ping his ping, it's like 11, and like they're playing on 11 and we're playing on like 200. So it's not even a skill gap, it's already lost when you start the game. So
There,
yeah, I'm
there was
definitely
one
such
guy. There was one guy in Garena who I remember. We were in a match together, Remo.
Yeah,
Do you remember that one? Do you remember one guy who said
One
he had like
ping.
one ping? Yeah.
Yeah, one thing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he was
What,
pinging.
what the fuck is one
Like,
ping? He's
like,
playing on top of the Riot servers, the Garena
yeah,
servers.
like he can definitely like out lane or like out mechanic a 200 ping guy, right? Like you
I-
can still outplay, yeah, but still, he has the advantage of.
Yeah. Meza's head is going. Meza's strict ping philosophy. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But so January is the time to be for all of us. And hopefully by the time January comes and all of this expansion happens, my main concern finally gets addressed. This is a concern that I think I'm the only one that has to really worry about. I have a Garena account and I have a EU West account. Now, what I'm wondering is, when the C servers come, do I move my US account into the C server, and then am I allowed to link my Garena account to the C account?
Okay, so I actually want to talk about this, right? If you read the article properly, it says once you transfer the account in, you can't transfer it out again.
Wait, where? I had to say this.
Yeah, just read through the article again. It says people who transfer the account to, they can transfer it into the C's region, but they can't transfer it out again. So you have to be very careful when you're moving it. Just check on it.
That is scary notion.
Yeah, and that's the biggest reason I had, because I was wondering if there's a difference in the client or anything else that push them to do something like that. So just in case, if people are not too sure, people who are not in Garena, right? People in Garena have to make the transfer regardless. But if there are people in the US or NA regions, I would advise y'all to just take a week or so, because to look and see if there's anything like missing from the C's client compared to whatever server they're playing on.
Yeah, but there's a deadline, right? You can
That's for Garena,
transfer.
right? That's Garena.
Wait, not for NA? Or
No, because
any other?
that's because you all have to link your Garena ID to Riot to your Riot ID.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
deadline. But for other people, they're already in the official Riot server, so they can just pay the amount or get a free transfer over to C's. That's not a problem.
Wait, didn't they say that they will have their accounts in like a central server? So we wouldn't have like NA accounts or like new accounts, right? We would have like just Riot account.
It is Riot account, but the servers are still there, right?
Oh, wait. Look. Please be aware that if you link your Garena data to a Riot account that has existing League of Legends data on it, the League account data from Garena will overwrite any existing progress, identity, and friends list. However, we will merge your RP, currencies, and content. Example, if your Garena League account is level 50 and your non-C Riot League account is over 100, linking the accounts will result in a level 50 Riot account after data migration.
Oh my god.
That's not too bad actually.
It's possible! Dude, it's possible!
Yeah, okay. This is something new because this was not there earlier.
Yeah, they've updated the entire damn document. Holy shit.
Okay.
Anyways, it has. You remember how we talked about podcast exceeding 1 hour and it not it fucking us up? We reached 1 hour, folks, and I really hope that the major concerns about this upcoming C server has been addressed. And if there is anything very specific, like them pulling our legs by saying some weird shit, I will probably rage on an entirely different video, and I'll link all three of you in it. But for now, I genuinely think that all of you should get some shut eye. Prepare for the beautiful Sunday that it is tomorrow.
Before that,
Mhm.
I told you this before the thing started. I need to
Mhm.
pull out my best joke.
Okay.
We are
That's
really
okay.
waiting.
Okay, your closing joke. Okay, let's go for it.
Okay. So Manoj, you can't answer because you obviously know the. Thing, right?
Of course, of
This
course.
is for Rimnas, right?
Nah, Rimnas doesn't
Okay.
know for sure. No, he knows. Trust me.
Does he know?
I'm pretty sure he knows.
Okay,
Because
message
I'm
him.
gonna say it right for people who know. Okay,
Uh.
so what does the CEO of Garena play?
Darren.
Okay.
Wait, I heard this joke somewhere.
It's Denari's joke, dude. I swear to God.
Oh my god. Okay.
We were there when this joke came to life. We
Yeah,
were
in
there.
voice call, maybe.
We were in a voice call. Yeah, well, no better conclusion than that. Let us call it a night before, and also when we do say goodbye in our stream, I had to warn all of you, Meza already knows, we don't have a proper closing for our podcast episodes. So what we do is we either say goodbye, no, we either say bye, we either scream bye, or we scream sayonara. Now it's your choice to pick one of the two, and in the count of 3, 2, 1, you say whatever you prefer, okay? And in
Bye.
no, okay, that's it. That's it. And in 3, 2, 1.
Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, fuck it. No, that's the end. That's the end.
Bye,
I
bye,
know.
bye, bye.
Bye bye.